It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
I started with the Atari 2600, then moved on to NES, and then Super NES as far as gaming went. The home computer we had was from 1988, not much to game with. In 1996 I got my first PC. It was a Pentium MMX 200 MHz of pure power along with S3 Verge graphics card. That is where my journey of gaming in 3D environment began. Enter the Need for Speed. At the time it was mesmerizing. In school we kinda looked like these dorks. And we were much more in our elements playing games than to go fishing for mates. This game did things that were unseen before. We played it all night long. It was like Electronic Arts had magicians working for them. Yes, the experience was indeed that far ahead at the time. Well, to put things in perspective, in 1995, this is what David Hasselhoff looked like, and this is him now. A few months later, we got our hands on the Tomb Raider. Did I say we needed a girlfriend? Got one now. This game, while not first in its concept, as an experience did something special. Plus, it could run on 3D effects, so we could see Lara Croft running around in 3D. In order to get the 3D effects going, I had to get this card. Yes, this very card. It's now 20 years old. You don't want to know what I had to do to get it. It was worth it. A card that was dedicated just for gaming was an insane idea. What was more insane is that you're looking at the very product that introduced the concept of SLI. And then in the year 1997 came the Need for Speed 2, and more specifically the Need for Speed 2 Special Edition in the same year. The Special Edition was extra special since it could utilize the 3D effects. Bugs would splat on the screen as you drive, the roads and sceneries, graphics to a new level. Yep, when it was not Lara Croft, it was fast machines. But wait, Tomb Raider 2 came out. Improved graphics here as well. Lara looked awesome and fit. Her mansion was a place to behold, and there was the butler as well. Along came the news of Need for Speed 3. EA built such a hype over it. We had dial-up internet back then, and still we would go to as many websites that would have any news or leaks about the new game. When the game came out, it was totally worth the wait. The game used 3D effects like it was the last time they're gonna ever get to do it, if you know what I mean. 1998 was an incredible year for gaming and for graphics cards. There was ATI, Nvidia, 3DFX, S3, or better known today as HTC. Even Intel wanted a slice of the pie. The dawn of the planet of the games had begun. As far as games go, man, we were in a good place. Some of the notable PC titles to come out before the turn of the millennium, starting from 1996, Duke Nukem 3D, Quake, and there were a few more of its kind before that, of course. Command & Conquer Red Alert, an awesome title from EA at the time. 1997, by the way, there is no order to the list. Age of Empire, Microsoft wanted in on the action as well. Heroes of Might and Magic. Warcraft 2. This we can loosely say is where the plane takes off the runway. Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. Wait, guys, back then it was actually decent. Yeah. Quake 2 came out in December of 97, we got it in 98, and all hell broke loose. I've got to mention the kick-ass soundtrack this game had, but more importantly, the Quake 2 engine. This played a big role in making the year 1998 awesome. So yeah, as mentioned a few times in this video, 1998 was a big year. Need for Speed 3 came out, Thief from Eidos, StarCraft began in 1998, Rainbow Six, which was pretty advanced for that time, Half-Life, which ran the Quake engine, Tomb Raider 3, I'll talk about it in a moment, Commandos Behind the Enemy Lines, this was good fun game with catchy dialogues, Resident Evil 2, Metal Gear Solid. This list is going to go on for a while. Let's look at 1999, starting with Unreal Tournament. Maybe it's safe to attribute the concept of esports to this game. Medal of Honor started another sort of sub-genre. Driver, I'll talk a little bit more about it in a moment. System Shock 2 was awesome for graphics, for the time. And Quake 3 came out and sort of coattailed on the fame of Quake 2. Final Fantasy. Wait, what? That was not a PC game. What's going on? Can't look away. Oh, I give up. Welcome to the dark side. You see, a good game is a good game is a good game. Well, that about paints the picture. Electronic Arts and Eidos made some great games in PC when the transformation was taking place. Changed certain things and we appreciated it greatly. They were not the only ones, but I mentioned them in order to make a point. You see, Tomb Raider 3 was released in 1998 and something happened. The graphics and all was certainly improved, but Lara appeared a bit angry, a bit not into the adventure thing. Or at least, that's how I felt about it. And the game was abandoned. There were plenty of other games that did what it took to capture the imagination. Thief, for example, and that's from Eidos as well. Tomb Raider tried to make some comebacks with mixed results. As far as Need for Speed 4 was concerned, similar thing here as well. Gameplay was better, as was the graphics, but it had an element of grind to it. They involved money to buy cars. Electronic Arts and love of money. Oh man. Even though Driver arguably did not have the handling or upper hand in graphics, it had the fun factor. Carmageddon and Crazy Taxi before it had open world map, but what we saw in Driver was the future. Again, with a grain of salt. When GTA 3 came out, it was almost like a page out of the same book, except the content of this page was for slightly older kids. So what's my point? Well, game developers in general probably know it better than me that gamers care about games. There is no allegiance to developers. Make a good game and we'll stick. But do the exact opposite. Well, someone wise once said,
"Eat shit and die."
Go ahead, make my day. Hit subscribe.